Hello and welcome to Excel Highway. In today's video, I want to share with you an extension to an employee timesheet management system I built using Google Apps. I built a Google form for employees to clock in and out using their phone and a Google Sheets to collect, scrub, and analyze the data. The end result is a managerial control system you can view your team's hours, view data conflicts, and more. The extension is adding time limitation to your team's clocks in and clocks out to ensure accurate inputs. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around as I walk you through it. Today's video is sponsored by Connecteam. Here's a quick recap of the file up to this point. I created a Google form with two questions, clock in or clock out, and the customer for this shift. These answers are stored in this Google Sheets. I pull the data, sort by name and date, and check if the sequence of the events is logical. I check if the clock in is before the clock out, and if both were reported for the same customer. After checking the data, you can view in the dashboard and see today's reports, plus a pivot table to create your own analysis per employee, per time, or per customer. If you go to the form's response sheet, you will see which inputs do not make sense. Red color signals the sequence is wrong, and the yellow color, which is new, it will show you which events are breaking the time limitations. You can change the data right here and fix the issues. If you want to see a full step-by-step tutorial on how I built the timesheet up to this point, click on the link above. Before I jump into adding the limitation, if you find this content interesting, please click on the subscribe button. Alright, so today's video is going to focus on adding the time limitation for your employees clock in and clock out. So basically the time limitations, and I'll show you this on the sheet, will give you the ability to flag out cases where your employee clocked in before or after what's possible. So the time limitation sheet has a few columns in there. You have the customer sheet column, day of the week, and clock in and clock out. And so I built this based on customer and day of the week, but you could build this any way you want, just on a customer level, just on a day level, maybe on an employee basis. So whatever matches your business, you could do it. Just need to adjust some of the formulas that you'll see soon. So let's see how that helps, how we incorporate the time limitations into our data analysis and eventually the dashboard and flagging out the issues. So up until here is everything I've used for the previous part. Now I'm going to add the time. So to add the time, I'm going to use integer. Integer on a date will return just the date with the time of midnight, basically. So the date minus a full date with time minus integer of the date will return the time that's showing. You see 3:42 p.m., which is exactly what you see over there. Next, I have the day, so that I'm going to use text and DDD. That's going to return me the day. Clock in and clock out, I'm going to use some ifs. I'm just going to use some ifs so I have multiple comparisons. So some ifs for column C and then D, comparing customer and day of the week to what I have in the data. So I'm comparing column A with D, which is the customer name, and column B, the day of the week, with the day of the week over here. And you don't really need some ifs because I'm not summing anything up. You could add here another column with a concatenate of two of them and then use VLOOKUP if you prefer. That will also work. But I just use some ifs to make it quick. So those are those two columns. Then the time limitation, which first checks if there's any limitation at all. So if S2 and T2 equals 0, Then I know I don't have any time limitations, just like here for Monday. So you can see Monday, there's no limitations for this customer. Today's video is sponsored by Connecteam. Connecteam is an app that simplifies all of your business operation management. It's a perfect solution to manage, train, and communicate with your non-desk employees. Connecteam is an app your employees can use from their mobile devices to clock in and out with the push of a button. You as a manager can control all of your team's inputs and view them on the manager dashboard. I want to show you how Connecteam offers you options to limit your employees' clock in and clock out reporting. This will help you improve your control over shifts, eliminate time theft, and create clear guidelines for your team. To do this, access your time clock on the left panel. Click on Access Clock. Go over to the headings here on the top and click on Limitations here on the bottom. Now you have a few options here. The first two are related to syncing your time clock and your job schedule, and the last one is not. So if you click here on Clock in Limitation, you can see per description, you can limit if the users can clock in just when the shift starts or give them a grace of a few minutes before, and it's the same thing for after, exactly the same. The last option is a custom limitation per day. You can set a different limitation for each day. For example, you can see Monday, clock in at 8, clock out at 7. I can set up a different time for Tuesday, for example. And you notice that I can also turn it off by clicking on a button. Once the color is blue, it means that there is a limitation. There are many other options that you can use, such as GPS limitation, to make sure the employees in the location they are supposed to be. I highly recommend you start using Connecteam for your daily operation. Use my affiliate link in the description. You can start now for free. The time is greater than the clock in or it's less than the clock out, then we're okay. Otherwise, let's return the row number, which is in column F. So once I have the two issues, I can check if I have an issue. So if both of these columns are greater than 0, or one of them at least, I want to have a yes here, otherwise blank. And I'm going to use that column to return a text here with the number of data issues. On top of that, in the form responses, I'm going to return the time limitations here using unique for column U, going to give me that row number. And I'm going to use the conditional formatting like previously with this custom formula, match the row number to column H, comma 0, and if that exists, then color it yellow. So that's just going to return, if you see row 7, this is row 7, so it's going to color it in yellow. Then I can see that for this specific date, I'm exceeding the clock out, so I'm going to have to change this, or and then you see that the color goes away. And also here in the dashboard, as I updated, the number of issues go away. So that's it. This is how you can add the time limitations to your growing time tracker. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you next time. Take care.